What's going on, guys? Today we're talking about the Newton Distance 9s. Alright, so these shoes were sent to me in exchange for a review by Newton, but we had no prior agreement whether I should do a positive or negative review. This is my own thoughts on these shoes. So these shoes are something that I've been running in for the last 100 plus miles. I started training again back in February. I had some plantar fasciitis issues and decided to use these shoes as my main training shoes just so I can review it for you guys and also see if I like Newton running shoes. So let's talk about these shoes. First of all, we'll talk about the look of these shoes. Of course, the yellow and orange and black colorway really do pop. Newton shoes are known for their colorway. Back in the day, they were the shoes that came out with neon yellow, neon pink, neon green, and you always knew who were Newton runners because of the color of their shoes. So this is very reminiscent of those shoes from back in the day. And I do like the color. It's a nice looking color for me. So when you talk about Newton, you have to talk about the Newton technology. And the Newton technology basically are these lugs. These are the 5 lugs that they have. Basically, when you're running, you're going to land midfoot on these lugs and it's going to hit a membrane in the back of it and make you pop forward. In my first look video of these shoes, I referenced back to a New York Times article that had a study on it that said that these shoes actually give you a 2% increase in your speed. They also referenced the 4% in Vaporfly Nikes, so that's where their names came from. But this shoe actually had the 2% increase in your shoes. So these are fast racing shoes made to go fast. These are neutral trainers. For my foot size, I have a size 12. They weigh about 9.5 ounces, which is relatively light when you compare it to other shoes. I think if you wear a size 8, they only weigh 7.5 ounces. So yeah, they definitely do feel like a light shoe. So also when you're talking about the sole of the shoe, there are 3 parts that are rubber. Of course, the lugs are rubber in the midsole, and then the forefoot, it has a rubber over here, and then the heel has a little bit of rubber right here. The rest of it is made by an EVA foam, which will actually also help with that bouncy feeling and the cushioning feeling that you get with these shoes. So in my first look video, somebody wanted to talk about the toe box, and the toe box for these shoes are nice and wide. I know for me, a lot of shoes that I wear, my feet tend to be spilling over the edges, and I hate that feeling. That's one of the worst things in the world. And this shoe does have a wider toe box than most shoes that I've tried on. I know I've tried a lot of shoes at the run store, and my feet tend to spill over, but I've had no issues with this. This is a pretty wide toe box in my opinion. If we go up into the upper is made out of a mesh type of material, very light and airy. I mean, it's super light. You can see it right through it. I can see the screen right here. I can see the camera if I look through my shoe. So it's very light and airy. The toe cap over here is a foam backing. I haven't had any issues with blisters in these shoes at all. Then you go to the heel cup. It's a plastic, feels like a plastic heel cup. And there's some cushioning over here at the back of it. Very comfortable. Again, this will help with heel slipping. Had no issues with that either. If you go to the shoelaces are adequately long. I know that in previous models that they were a little bit short, but these have just the right amount for me. I think that it's perfect. You go to the tongue of the shoe. Before, they used to be very thin-tongued shoes. This one is a little bit thicker, but again, I've had no issues with them. No issues with rubbing the wrong way or anything like that. So that is the upper of the shoe. So if you guys want to know the stack height of this shoes, it's 26 millimeters over here, and then it's 28 millimeters in the back, making for a 2 millimeter toe to heel drop. So for minimalist people like me, I like to run in minimalist shoes, which is 0 drop. My Carsons are 0 drop. My V-rims, of course, are 0 drop. These shoes won't take too much of getting used to. If you are coming from a higher drop shoe, probably have to get used to these shoes by doing small mileage at first and working your way up. It's just so your calves and legs can get used to the difference in the toe drop. But overall, I have to say that these shoes are great. I mean, I've been running them, like I said, for over 100 miles, and I really do like them. Do I feel that little pop feeling that I talk about with the lugs? Not so much. I haven't been running too fast in them. I've been running mainly the 80-20 training plan, which is basically lots of slow running with a little bit of fast running. But when I do run fast in them, I feel like I'm gliding. These lugs really do have the feeling of that I'm just on a hamster wheel, just effortlessly running when I'm running faster. Everything feels very fluid when running in these shoes. So we'll talk about some of the pros and cons. So for the pros, we'll talk about the lugs. I do like the lugs. The lug system is nice. I like the airiness of the top and just very comfortable shoe. I have had no comfort issues with these shoes whenever I'm running in them. All right, so let's talk about the cons of these shoes. The cons of these shoes are going to have to do with the lugs. The lugs, for me, they do tend to wear away. I put about 120 miles on these shoes, and you can see right here, the lug is almost even with the rest of the shoe. That's probably going to lessen the little action reaction technology that it has. I am a bigger guy at 240 pounds, 5'11", and also maybe my foot strike is a little bit different. I'm not landing on it evenly. Definitely landing more forefoot than midfoot. I don't know how much longer these will last. These are racing shoes, so maybe I shouldn't be training all my miles on them just to save those lugs, but these will probably last me another 100 miles, if that. So about 200, 250 miles for these shoes, I would say. Another con is the price tag. It's $155, but it is $155. While that is expensive, it is on par with other shoes that make you go faster, like the Nike Next Percent, Nike Vaporfly. Those do run you $250. So when you compare it to those shoes, this shoe is looking more of a bargain, especially since it does increase your speed according to that study. One last thing is going to be the stability of the shoes. While they are running shoes and road racing shoes, and you're only going straight, if you are on uneven surfaces, because it is a little bit stretchy on the side to side, the mesh is a little stretchy. I did feel like I wasn't very stable whenever I'm going on uneven surfaces, so that is another thing. Other than that, that's about it. I'm really loving these shoes to run in. Really comfortable for me. I've had no issues. Just a thumbs up for me. These are definitely Goku Runner approved. All right, guys, if you guys enjoyed this review, if you guys have any questions on this shoe, let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to, subscribe to me, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.